Maker Juul Labs is temporarily halting sales of some of its flavored pods to more than 90,000 retailers. Mango, cucumber, cream, and fruit-flavored pods will not be available in stores. Juul also shut down its Facebook and Instagram accounts. The flavors require age verification to buy on Juul's website. Critics accuse companies like Juul of marketing to children. The FDA commissioner tweeted, "Voluntary action is no substitute for regulatory steps the FDA will soon take."
So Anna Werner has been following the story and joins us now. So Anna, what is Juul hoping to accomplish here? What's the goal for them by pulling their most of their flavors out of stores?
Well, I think a lot of this is in response to the FDA's pressure. You know, the FDA gave Juul, which is sort of the monster in the industry, if you will. They have 75% of the e-cigarette market. They're so popular. But the FDA said to them and some other companies, look, you have 2 months to figure out a plan, come up with a plan to halt sales or slow sales, at least, to minors, because so many teens are basically getting addicted to e-cigarette smoking. They're getting addicted to nicotine, and it's very hard to kick that addiction once you have it. So I think a lot of it is the response to the pressure. Now, Juul has maintained since the beginning, when we sat down with their executive in June, they maintained that they never intended to target minors, that was never their goal, that they made a product that they wanted to design a product that adult smokers could use to quit smoking cigarettes, and something that would be more amenable in a lot of respects, better than cigarette smoking in a lot of ways. And they never intended to market to teens, but the result of Juul coming out was that a lot of kids and teenagers love the Juul. Do it for Juul was their hashtag on social media.
Right. So you can still buy the flavors online, and anybody who's gone online to look up, I don't know, wine or something, you know, those little tests to determine whether or not you're old enough.
You must be 21 to enter this site.
Yeah, right? So you just click on an age and you get clicked right through. Do they think that's really going to make a difference?
So Juul is doing more than that.
Okay.
They already have more age verification protocols than just click on the box and say you're 21. And they say they're going to strengthen those protocols as well. But basically, they have kind of like a third-party verification where they have to people have to fill out their date of birth, their name, their address, their last 4 of their social security number. And if it doesn't match a database check, then they get rejected. In addition to that, if you try to buy too many items of the product, you'll get rejected. They have limits on how many you can buy. And all of that is basically trying to eliminate easy access to Juuls for people who are under that age. Now, that won't stop somebody who is 21 or over from selling them to kids, but they're only going to be able to buy so many of them. So if they use them themselves, how many do they really want to sell, or how many do they have to sell?
What do we know about possible regulations?
So the FDA is very shortly, any day now, expected to come out with a ban on flavored e-cigarettes in convenience stores and gas stations. Again, we're talking about the flavors that experts say that kids like, things like mango and cucumber and, creme and fruit, like Juul is restricting. Tobacco and menthol or mint flavors are still going to be available for e-cigarettes because that's what you can get in regular cigarettes, and they think that those do not appeal to kids like the flavors do. All that being said, we know a few Juul users who say that adult smokers who say that mango, they like the flavor. And that's what Juul says. They say not all adults want tobacco flavor. Anti-tobacco experts say that they don't believe that for a minute, that these flavors are are targeted to kids, but
They also got rid of some of their social media accounts, too. Is that to limit outreach to younger people as well?
Yeah. So now think about that, right? Juul, they actually they're now eliminating their social media accounts, which in 2018, who deletes their social media accounts? Yeah. So that seems like a pretty bold move. Yeah. Now, we spoke to the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids that monitors all this stuff very closely. They've been following tobacco and the industry for decades. And the response from Matt Myers over there at the campaign was, well, yeah, they can shut down their social media now because guess what? Teens are doing their own social media promotion of Juul. And they have been for a while, actually. That hashtag I mentioned, Do It For Juul, they had a whole thing going about that on Twitter. So, Facebook. So, I think, though, that to say that, look, it is a way of promoting yourself, having social media, and they're saying they're no longer going to do it. So,
trying to get ahead of the FDA.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Anna.
You're welcome.